Get ready, Staten Island. It's time to celebrate 5 years of Ferry Hawks baseball. Join us Friday, April 24th through Sunday, April 26th for our first homestand of the season and our 5th anniversary celebration. Score big with $5 tickets. Grab $5 domestic draft beers. Enjoy $5 popcorn. And yes, 2 Nathan's hot dogs for just $5. Visit ferryhawks.com now to lock in your seats.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Now, every day I wake up and I say, you know what? I'm so glad I am not Jimmy Kimmel, the Pope of late night, the pious one, who is as condescending and insufferable as anybody in the history of this planet. Honestly. And he went on Michelle Obama's podcast, also insufferable, talking about how it would be shameful if he didn't do politics on his show because of where we are as far as fascism and Donald Trump's authoritarianism and all that. I mean, again, he even had the audacity to say that if Johnny Carson were still doing a show today, that he would be doing exactly what Jimmy Kimmel is doing, Seth Meyers is doing, Stephen Colbert is doing, just going off on Trump and making Trump bashing the central theme of his show. I am certain that Carson would never go near a format like that. Johnny Carson on some nights had 15 million people tuning into NBC at 11:30 Eastern time for his show because it was actually funny. He actually had great guests, great conversation. Whether you're talking about Rickles, whether you're talking about Burt Reynolds, Frank Sinatra, Rodney Dangerfield, Madeline Kahn, I could go down the line. He had actual entertainers on there, and the conversations were authentic, they were real, and they were hilarious at times. Kimmel, here he is in cut number 19, preaching about how he's going to do his show the way he wants to do his show, and don't lecture him on how to do something that finishes a distant third in the late night ratings. This is cut number 19. Go.
You just can't imagine on those nights talking about anything other than what we are talking about. I think it would be embarrassing if we didn't talk about this stuff. It would be shameful. And to say that, well, your job is this, it makes me, I bristle at that because, first of all, don't tell me what my job is. My job is whatever I decide my job is.
Yeah. Okay. So if we're going to play this game where it's shameful if you didn't do politics on a nightly basis, then why hasn't Jimmy Kimmel brought up once Eric Swalwell? Because if you're doing politics, I'm pretty sure that was the biggest story of the week, if not the month, if not the year, politically. Swalwell sexually abusing, even being accused of rape. You're telling me if this were a Republican congressman or senator or governor, that Kimmel wouldn't be focused on this like a laser? Of course not. But Swalwell doesn't get brought up at all. And the reason why I bring up Swalwell, particularly because Swalwell called Kimmel and said, I want to announce my run for governor on your show. And Kimmel's like, sure, great, buddy. Come on in. So I don't know how you go from that to that. But it's just a joke. And again, for Kimmel to say that Carson would be doing the same thing, well, we got tape that says otherwise. Johnny was on 60 Minutes with Mike Wallace. This is back in 1981. And here he is talking about why he doesn't do politics on his show for the most part. This is cut number 20. Go.
Tell me the last time that Jack Benny, Red Skelton, any comedian, used his show to do serious issues. That's not what I'm there for. Can't they see that?
Yes.
But you're not. Why do they think that just because you have a Tonight Show that you must deal in serious issues? That's a danger. It's a real danger. Once you start that, you start to get that self-important feeling that what you say has great import. And you know, strangely enough, you could use that show as a forum. You could sway people. And I don't think you should as an entertainer.
That self-important feeling that your show has import. Precisely. He said it then, and Kimmel has the balls to actually say, no, Johnny would be doing the same thing I am. He'd be standing up to Trump, speaking truth to power. It's just such a joke. And ABC gave Kimmel another contract, which I cannot understand. You look at the ratings, he gets doubled, even tripled by Greg Gutfeld on Fox News. And trust me, Greg has 1/20th the resources that Kimmel does. Kimmel's show costs $1 million to produce every night. For what? 2 people talking to each other? One's at a desk, one's at a chair? How's that cost $1 million? Colbert reportedly was losing $40 million per year on his show. His, at least, is going away on CBS next month. Kimmel, we're stuck with. And obviously, he's going to keep doing what he's doing. His wife is his primary writer, beyond liberal. And again, it's just all anti-Trump. And I don't mind if you criticize a president. I don't care, Republican or Democrat. But it's got to go both ways. And the fact that Kimmel doesn't even remotely mention an Eric Swalwell tells you that, I think Kimmel said this actually on CBS himself. He said, I don't care if every Trump supporter never watches my show again. If I'm ABC and Disney and I'm running that network, I fire the guy right there. I said, you just told half the country not to watch? Screw you. This is a business. We are in the business of ratings and making money. And oh, by the way, maybe making people laugh. And Kimmel thinks, nope, that's not the case. And the reason why he doesn't get fired is because the people that run ABC agree with him. And they're willing to lose money over it.